Okay, so we're going to be talking about today how to work with Facebook ads a little bit. There's some other videos that we've talked about with Facebook ads, kind of in a general sense, but this time we're going to really just drill down and we're going to just make a really simple targeted ad. So this is an ad campaign that I just started the other day on Facebook. It's just kind of a test campaign to see what we can do with some Facebook marketing in a paid sense. And so it's got a really small budget of just $50. And so it's just kind of a test thing. Right now we were running actually a click ad where we have people they click off of Facebook and then go directly to our website. And I really wasn't liking the results that we were getting. We were getting, I mean, really good impressions. As you can see, we reached about 2,000 people. Um, but I didn't like the conversion rate that we were getting on that, and I really like Facebook in the fact that I can get people to like the page, and join us on Facebook, and then we're able to convert those into customers over time, and keep them as customers. So we kind of start off on a good foot with that. So I went ahead and I switched the ad over today actually to a likes ad. So that's why there's no data here for it. But we're gonna really narrow down our search, our people that we're marketing to, because as I was making this ad about learning to self-publish, I mean, I was targeting people specifically for self-publishing, which got us about 72,000 people it's going to market to. And if you remember watching in earlier videos, we want to make sure that the number that we market to is always low. I mean, optimally, we want to keep that number about 10,000 or lower. With this ad, I'm just in a testing phase, so I'm going to go ahead and keep it at 72,000. But normally, I'd really like to push it down below 10,000 people, because then I can really hone in on those ads. And so while I was doing that, I noticed that some of the suggested terms that came up really allowed me to do that. And so I wanted to show you that real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create another ad for the campaign, and I'm gonna kind of walk you through it. So I'm going to do Blue Publishing's page, all right, and we're going to market specifically to people who like the company Lightning Source. Now, these are people who, I don't know if you're familiar at all with the training. We spent a lot of time on this training with the company Lightning Source, and so we're a really good fit for that market. And that's something that when you're marketing your product or your book on Facebook, make sure that you really find a good, strong niche market for you to work with. And in our case, Lightning Source is an excellent niche market to work with. So we're going to address that right here in the headline. We're going to address people with Lightning Source. Okay, we want to make sure that we know that we're talking to them. All right, so we're going to go and we're going to say learn to print with, or learn. So, and you see, when you're writing ads, you can kind of you kind of have to think about different ways. How would the customer think? I was going to say learn to print with Lightning Source. However, that doesn't allow me to stay inside the 25 character limit, so I'm going to have to shrink that down to where maybe it's just learn print on demand. You know, because that's what Lightning Source is a print on demand company. But that's still pretty broad. Remember, I'm targeting Lightning Source. So I really want to make sure that the words Lightning Source are in my headline here. So maybe I can say I've only got 10 characters left, and those go by really fast because the word Lightning Source is so big. So maybe I can just do print with, but I'm going to do the capital W with the slash. And there you go, print with Lightning Source. And so that addresses the people that I'm marketing to, which is Lightning Source. And it kind of catches their attention because they're kind of working with Lightning Source in that, and they're interested in Lightning Source. So now in my text here, I've got about 90 characters to explain what they're going to get if they work with me to learn how to print with Lightning Source. So I'm going to do something like learn how to publish like a pro, and I'm talking actually to a professional market, so I want to actually write out the whole word professional. Now, if I was talking to, Aunt Jemima or something, I would be able to say pro. But because I am trying to market to more people, I have to say professional. Okay? So learn how to publish like a professional with detailed video training. And then it's always important to put a number in your ad because that draws people to your ad. It's different. It kind of breaks the monotony of the ads and things like that if you put a number in. Now, here's a couple things that you can do. A lot of people would then throw in Lightning Source's logo. However, that would be bad because it'd be kind of like false advertising. We really don't want to falsely advertise that we're Lightning Source because that's not what we are. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to choose an image from our library that just kind of shows a printing kind of a deal. We can, it's a computer with a book and a mouse, and it catches their attention because they're Lightning Source, and they kind of see a book here, and then we talk about a digital training, which is what the computer is. So kind of is going to be talking about inside this image right here, which really, really helps. Now we have a little bit of a dilemma that we've got to think about here. So right now we're having people go to Blue's Facebook page. And because this is such a specifically targeted ad, we've got to make sure that there is an article on the on Blue's Facebook page that would attract the people from Lightning Source. So thankfully, we can take one of our trainings that we have on Lightning Source, and we can put that up on our Facebook page, speed it up, kind of a deal, do a time lapse kind of a deal, so you really can't learn anything, but you can see that you will learn stuff. Post that on our Facebook page and say, learn how to print with Lightning Source, and be able to use a lot more detail than what we can do right here. And then when people go onto our Facebook page, we'll be able to attract them that way. And what we can do is we can run this ad for a specific amount of time, and that way it will limit. I can limit the time frame on this. So I can run this ad for a very specific amount of time. That way, when I post a new post on my Facebook page, this ad stops running because it's no longer on that first view. It's not one of the first two posts. So after it gets pushed down to post number 3, I'll stop the ad because I don't want to lose people that are coming over from Lightning Source. So then I'm going to go into my precise interests and see how I've got 176 million people here. So I'm going to go into my precise interests and I'm going to type in the words Lightning Source. And you can see my audience worldwide is 8,000 people, and in the United States is 5,200 people. So I'm well under 10,000 people to market to, and that is a great number because I can be extremely specific now. And you can tell my ad is very, very specific. I'm working specifically with people that have an interest in Lightning Source. And so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to I don't want people who are already friends with me on Blue Publishing. I don't want them to see my ad. I don't want to waste my money on that. And then I'm just going to keep it with this current campaign. I'm going to go ahead and place the order. And then there we go. It's going to take a minute or two to push out the ad here. But it's ready to go, and it should be live in just a little bit. So that's in kind of a real-world example how you would go about making a really limited ad. And then I would go over here to my Facebook page that I have running here. And I would work on then putting a post right here about Lightning Source and working with them in that regard. So anyways, if you have any questions, feel free to message us on Facebook or on Twitter at Blue Publishing, or underneath this video in the comment section. And we hope that you have a great day.